Last night I removed all the items and used 409 to get the grease off. This morning I finished up removing everything off the counters. The can says 2 hours for this project, while last night was 25 minutes for the initial. This morning I sanded and then cleaned the counters. You have to sand all the glossy surfaces. I used steel wool on the little metal strip to make sure it was clean. It's very important to get the prep correct. Then was washed with soap and water because the very fine white residue from the sanding is so fine you have to wash it with soap and water. It is now drying. It has to be thoroughly dry. I will begin taping in just a few minutes. Alright, the taping is done. Here's a tip. If you're going from light to dark, notice how I have taken a razor blade and I'm cutting the extra little bit off of here. It'd be nothing worse than to have, when I remove the tape, than to have a teeny tiny white line look like a gray hair on a dark head. So, the taping is done. Time to stir the paint and get this project going. Like I said, the can calls for 2 hours for this project. So far it was 25 for the initial clearing off the counters and getting up the grease. This morning, sanding and cleaning it, making sure I had everything done correctly. That was another 55, and then 30 minutes for a good taping and making sure it was dry. Time so far, 1 hour and 50 minutes. Let's see how long 2 coats of coating takes. Be sure to use a good foam roller and a good flagged brush. If you go chintzy on your brush and your roller, you might not be happy with your results. Let's get it the best we can. Here we go. Let's stir this up and get it going. Okay, I did the first coat. It's looking pretty good. I'm not sure if I like the color. But then I got it on a clearance because somebody else didn't like the color. But I think only because it doesn't go with this counter over here. But that's not a problem. It's looking better. Let's see after the second coat. First coat took 35 minutes. Alright, that was 2 coats within the hour. 1 hour to do 2 coats. It's looking good. Humidity is a little higher than I hoped it would be, but I think it's still within the realm. But it says right at 85%. This is the second day. It looked really good this morning, except where I tried to touch it up yesterday. That's a no-no. They say do the second coat within the hour, they mean it, and then wait till the next day if you have any touch-up. I ended up recoating the surface because every place I touched up showed up big time. And so the tape is removed. Now I have to wait, let it cure out for the next 2 days. Okay, it is exactly 9 days since I did it, so it's been curing up. I'm pretty happy. I like it a whole lot better than my stained white tops. It's doesn't exactly look like a brand new even thing. I have a wet pot here to show you what does happen if you leave something wet. It will leave a little bit of a ring. But this does go away. So either dry your counters immediately or just wait a little while and it does go away. At first it had upset me, but I know it goes away. But when if you leave it wet, it leaves water spots until it gets thoroughly dry. But all in all, I'm very happy with it, and the price was, well, you can't beat it. And especially because you don't have to take out the sink. I would like to try the restoration one, but I'll wait a while, see how this one goes.